What happened is true. The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America. In October of 2010, two friends, Forrest Taylor and Cory Carr, vanished along with their captor. They have yet to be accounted for. All that remains of slaughter film are these home movies.
Soon, the WWF Intercontinental Championship belt will be back in the hands of my Undertaker. For when my Undertaker defeats you in SummerSlam, we will subject you to the most horrifying movie in the world. For nothing is too horrifying for my Undertaker. And now I behold the most horrifying movie out there, Halloween!
Hello everyone, and welcome to another very special episode of Slaughter Film. In case you haven't noticed, we're dressed like The Undertaker and Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WWF wrestling.
Yeah. You're probably wondering why we're doing this, and the reason is, well, you probably know, it's Halloween, obviously. And we actually spent a lot of time, well, not a lot of time, thinking about, like, what costume would best correlate our dynamic. And it really only took, I don't know, 5 minutes, because we figured, like, hey, you know, big tall guy and
hair,
short fat guy, and he's got long hair and I've got no hair. Hey, Undertaker and Paul Bearer, it works perfectly.
Dynamite.
So, hope you like our outfits. Hope you're having a rockin' Halloween party or whatever the hell's going on. Get drunk as fuck.
But be responsible.
Yes, totally.
That means when you get arrested for, you know, streaking and falling down like an idiot, go to court, pay a fine.
Do your thing.
Be responsible.
Yeah, be responsible. So anyway, to join in the festivities, we decided to have a special Halloween-related review today. And obviously, I mean, well, you got the tombstone in the background and everything. I think you pretty much figured out what
Someone
we're
say
reviewing.
tombstone?
Oh, God. Oh, no. No. Settle down. It's all right. Yes, we were talking about, of course, John Carpenter's eponymous slasher movie, Halloween. And we're actually going to have a special double review this time because, you know, we got Halloween and then the movie that takes place literally a second after the first Halloween.
Yeah, really.
Halloween 2, directed by Rick Rosenthal. So, yeah, it's Halloween. What's there to say about this movie that hasn't already been said a bazillion million times? It's great. It's the movie that started it all. I mean...
Yeah, especially the first, you know, as we mentioned before, slasher with the holiday.
It set the formula. It really did. And it's cool because it set the formula, but it wasn't really trying to. So it doesn't feel cliched, I guess I could say.
Yeah.
It's
right.
This is a weird comparison, but I'm going to make it anyway. It's kind of like Love Story, in that both movies set the tone for what will come afterwards. In one case being slashers, the other case being romantic comedies. But both ones didn't know they were setting a theme, so everything they did seemed earnest and didn't feel cliched.
Yeah,
except for one thing. No, don't show the line. Don't.
Love means never having to say that you're sorry.
God damn it, I hate that fucking line. Alright, enough about that bullshit love story. Let's talk about Halloween. Let's dive in, shall we?
Halloween is about Michael Myers, who at the young age of 6 murders his 17-year-old sister in bare chest. I'm sorry. Cold blood.
Cold blood.
On Halloween night.
No tits. Well, little tits, but...
just a little bit. Since then, Michael Myers has remained a ward of the state, locked up in the nearby sanitarium. There he's been kept for 15 long years, and finally, an adult Michael Myers decides that he's had enough of this place and makes a break for it.
As Michael makes his way back to his hometown of Haddonfield, Illinois, his shrink, Dr. Sam Loomis, actually a reference to the character Sam Loomis from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, totally. Here he's played by Donald Pleasance. He's hot on the trail. He tries to explain to police how dangerous Myers is and that he's a purely and simply evil being. He doesn't get quite the reaction he hoped for. As obviously, I mean, if you're going to come into a town and say, hey, I've got this guy, he's pure evil, I mean, how are they going to react to that?
Yeah, they're like, what? It's like, you know, when I got all hopped up on goofballs and went to Walmart telling them I was Jesus.
It's crazy. I mean, he's got the hair, he's got the beard and everything. Why do people not believe that he's Jesus?
Well, I was naked and drunk.
Pish posh. The police of Haddonfield claim that they are busy with Halloween just a day away, and they don't take them seriously, because they've got more important things to deal with. Eggs splattered on houses, toilet papers and trees, teenagers humping in the park.
Yeah.
They don't gotta worry about a mass killer. Fuck that. Soon they realize the error of their ways when Michael Myers begins to dismember and mutilate any promiscuous teens that he sets his eyes on.
And who do we find in the midst of these promiscuous teenagers? None other than Jamie Lee Curtis as the adorable Laurie Strode. But she is no exception. After killing her friends, Michael heads after poor Laurie. With the help of Dr. Loomis, Laurie is safe, and Michael has been defeated. For now.
For now. We know it's not the last we're going to see of him. I mean, we had like the classic final image of Michael falling out the window, and then he turns back and he's gone.
Where'd the hell did he go?
I don't know, he's just gone, I guess.
I bet they'll cover that in the sequel. I'm sure it's all explained and, Well, let's just do that. Let's just review the sequel.
Okay, let's do it. Picking up literally the exact moment Halloween left off, Michael Myers lives, and so few teens can say the same. Laurie Strode has been admitted to the Haddonfield Hospital for observation, while Dr. Loomis has assembled the local police in search of Myers. Which brings us to our killer, Michael Myers, who is closing in on Laurie, who we learn is Michael's sister. The plot thickens.
Not to be outdone, Myers has some secrets of his own. It is revealed that Myers is somehow connected to a pagan festival of some kind, Samhain. Explained to be a fall harvest festival which incorporates a sacrifice.
But enough of that. We're missing out on all the wonderful gore, and there is a ton of it. Oh, like that. And my God, like, holy shit, this movie's gory.
Even with her tits out.
Yeah. Hospital employees are getting off left and right. The whole time Laurie knows this isn't over. She knows Michael Myers can't be stopped, and he's on his way to finish the job he started.
But on a positive note, so is Dr. Loomis. Now it's a race to the finish. Who will get to Laurie first? Loomis, Myers, life, or death? Well, it's pretty much a tie. Loomis and Myers square off in the hospital, and as Dr. Loomis commands Laurie to get out of here, he heroically sets fire to both himself and Myers.
Now safe, yet again, from Michael Myers, Laurie can now recover from an ordeal and go on to live a normal life as a high school principal. So that's that. That's the first two Halloween movies. They pretty much feel like one giant movie. So we're going to talk about them in tandem here. First of all, the first one. And, I've got some fun things to say about this. This movie is great. I mean, everything you've heard about it is 100% warranted because it's awesome. It's probably one of those movies that I would consider as close to a classic horror movie as you can get. There's not a scene that I would take out. There's nothing I would add. It feels perfect.
It's one of those movies that you watch and enjoy, and then like a year or so, 2 years pass, and you haven't seen it, and you forget how good it is until you watch it again.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of little subtle things.
Mm-hmm. And it's still scary too. It's still very suspenseful. Scenes like Laurie when she's locked out of the house and trying to find the keys as Michael's walking across the street. It's really scary. It's intense stuff.
Yeah, I think what makes this film so successful, in the fact that it's scary, is that it's teenagers at night. They're being stalked by the boogeyman of all things. And I think just about everyone has had the moment where they've gone to get something out of their car, or they're outside at night and they think they've seen something, or they think they hear something, and you get kind of creeped out. And that's pretty much what this movie is. John Carpenter, I give him a lot of credit for this because they're simple scares, but yet it affects everyone the same way.
Another reason this movie is scary: the characters are likable. I cannot stress this enough. All you modern horror movies who make all your characters complete doucheholes, they want to see eviscerated the second they're on screen, this is how you do it. Because these characters, they're not well written, they're not well developed, they don't have any backstory, but they're fucking teenagers. That's what they do. And I mean, Laurie's friend, the girl who says totally all the time.
Totally.
That got away.
Yeah, she's kind of annoying, but sometimes teenage girls are kind of annoying.